QRZ the frequency, QRZ. K6MYC preparing for the 222 Bozo Net. K6MYC, Central California. Okay. QRZ 222, Bozo Net, K6MYC, calling. I'm beaming toward the Bay Area, but I'm listening everywhere. Anybody copying me, please check in now. Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, standing by. Please don't everybody talk at once. Okay, let's try the Bay Area. Beaming the Bay Area now, right into the middle of the Bay Area. QRZ 222. QRZ 222 Bozo Net on this wonderful end of the Labor Day weekend. K6MYC calling in, standing by. QRZ 222 Bozo Net, QRZ, Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, Central California. QRZ and listening. CQ calling, CQ 222, K6MYC calling. CQ calling, CQ 222 Bozo Net, K6MYC. Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, Central California, calling CQ. CQ 222, CQ calling, CQ 222.1, K6MYC, Central California, calling. CQ Bozo Net, CQ calling, CQ Bozo Net. It is Monday evening. We are having a net, I think. K6MYC calling in, standing by. CQ calling, CQ. CQ calling, CQ calling, CQ 222 Bozo Net. Go down toward Santa Cruz again. Santa Cruz, KW6 Sugar. If you're in there tonight, Tom, KW6S. KW6 Sugar. Here, you want me? Here, let me trade you. You want this chair?
Hello, 222 from Kilo 6, Whiskey India Sugar.
Oh, good evening, Paul. It's nice to hear some signals on here to make sure I was on the right frequency. KW6S, KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. Give us your Bozo number, but wait a second. Let me get the speaker plugged in so Judy can hear you. Stand by. Okay, try it now, Paul. Let's see how we're doing on the bounce path here.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Good evening, Judy. Kilo 6 Whiskey, 637. And I gave you a few return calls, but you obviously didn't hear me. Over.
Okay, got part of that. Boy, oh boy, the band is in really weird condition here. I'm pointing way far south from where I normally would. I'm pointing down toward Monterey for your signals tonight, Paul. And you may be pointing some oddball direction for me as well. Anyway, I didn't get whether you had any check-ins or not. We got your Bozo number, 637, and all that is good. Hopefully you had a good weekend vacation there. K6 Whiskey, India Sugar, Placerville area, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Bozo Net.
Yeah, okay, Mike, I am pointed a little bit further south than usual, about 10 degrees further south, actually towards Monterey right now. And I have two relays, the usual ones from Clear Lake. That would be KA6OSX and N1PPP. How copy, over?
We got it. I'll give Judy the numbers there. That's KA6OSX160. And then the other one is N1PPP at 336. Okay, we got you. And thanks for the check-ins there, Paul. Good to hear you. Pretty good signal now. It's quite readable. So funny conditions tonight. Maybe it's my antenna. I don't know. I don't think it's off. But we'll find out when we get some more signals in here to hear. So far, you're the only station I've heard on the band. These Memorial Days and vacation day weekends are a strange one. This Labor Day was really slow. I think we only had 18 check-ins yesterday on 2 meters. I mean, it was really pathetic. Anyway, back to you, and we'll let you carry on, and I'll come around your direction in a few minutes and point your way and see if there's any difference in the propagation here. K6 Whiskey India Sugar and the group K6 MYC 222 Bozo Net taking check-ins.
KW6S 610.
Okay, thank you for that. Perfect. I know Judy heard that. I'm going to swing it. Well, I pointed right at you right now because for some reason pointed toward Paul on the bounce path. I had to go in your direction. Normally I go the other way up to 290, but I'm at about 275 here. Good evening to you, Tom. Hopefully you had a good, relaxing weekend. Over.
Yeah, did some work around the house today and had a nice dinner, and we had a nice dinner out, well, a dinner here that ran long, so I missed the net last night, but for good purpose. So other than that, not much else going on. Pretty quiet around here today.
Yeah, okay, and of course we missed you last night. I think, and I also looked for Lee last night, AF6 United, and he wasn't there either. We had a very low check-in rate yesterday. Of course, the Memorial Day weekend, everybody was doing something else. Normally Sunday is a wind-down day, and in this case, it's the middle of the holiday weekend, so more people were probably away from the shack than normal. Anyway, good to hear you, and we'll look for you in a few minutes later on 6 meters here. I don't know how how the band conditions are. You're sounding pretty good here. KW6 Sugar for your final to me, K6MYC.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be a real strong signal to me here tonight. I'm looking around to see if there's anything I'm doing wrong, like I hit the attenuator instead of the preamp, but it looks like it should be, and maybe I just need to turn the volume up a little bit. But no problem, 100% readable. And I'll probably be here for 6 meters up until maybe 10 minutes after 9, and then I'll probably ease out of here. So if you get around to me by then, we'll catch you on 6 meters. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, well, based on how fast this net's going to go and how fast the 2-meter net went last night, we'll be around there by quarter to 9 easily. Did my signal come up at all for you? I got you cleaned up a little bit here, over.
I don't notice much difference, but then the AGC is on, and I don't know if I would hear any difference. I didn't pay that much attention to the S-meter when it's you know, as they say, it's armchair copy.
Yeah, no worries. I'll wait till maybe we can hear somebody in the Bay Area, but it looks like everything is pointed a little bit south. I'm at 260. Wait a minute. What does this read, Judy? Can you read that number? 269?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm only a couple of degrees off. I guess it's okay. Normally 278, and now I'm 269 or 270, so it seems to be off a few degrees, but that may be me, or it might be the band. We'll find out, I guess, as if we can get any other check-ins here. 7-3 for now. We'll see you on 6. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC clear, and looking for other check-ins in the Bay Area or anywhere.
WGB6JNN, Willie Baker 6, Japan, Norway.
Okay, got you, Jim. You want to give me your number?
285.
Okay, it's not for me. You know I know your number, but Judy hasn't memorized all you guys yet, so it's...
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, she says thank you, Jim. Yeah, very good. She remembers you from the old KLM days, but it's been a long time. And, of course, you didn't have a Bozo number in those days. Now, make a transmission. Take your time on the transmission. We don't have anybody else in here. So take your time, and I'll see if I can calibrate on you to see if the band is shifted or whether it's my antenna that's off in calibration here. KWB6JNN, East San Jose, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, WGB6JNN. Normal direction. About an S4, S5. So that's not your normal. I do have the preamp on, and I do have the power amp on. Power amp's probably peaking at about 80 watts, something like that. And just got back from having dinner with the family here. I went out and was wandering around the hills up above Saratoga there. I was going to Castle Rock State Park. It routed me up Black Mountain Road. I don't know if you've ever been on that road, but it's a very narrow, windy road. And then I get to Castle Rock, and they've got a new, huge parking lot, totally full. So I guess I should have not picked today to go up there. But I went up Skyline Boulevard another 20 miles or so and saw some of the other sites up there. There's several parks on the top of the mountain there. So we're not hurting for places to stop and go to the bathroom or look at the pretty sights, whatever. WGB6JNN.
Yeah, very good. Okay, the only thing I wasn't clear on, and it wasn't your fault, I just didn't quite understand where you were. I probably been on the road you're on. How did you get on the road that was very narrow? And this should be way better. I'm clear up at 292 for you. I have a peak on you at 270. or 271, and then another one at 292, so I can't figure out whether it's the band or me. Over.
No, that's in the right neighborhood. I'm at 100 degrees right now, and so that would put you in 280 range or so, and I'm not sure I'm peaked on you, so there's that. No, I was, okay, normally you go up Saratoga Road, up to Saratoga Gap, and that would be the normal way to get there, but the GPS that I was using suggested that I go up on Black Mountain Road, which is up 17 and then across, and goes up to Skyline Boulevard. And I was aiming for Castle Rock State Park, which is up in that region. So I went up from there up to Page Mill Road area on Skyline, and was bombing around in some of the park areas up there instead. And fewer people were up there, so that was nice. In fact, it was so clear today. Normally it's sort of hazy, that I could see the ocean from Skyline Boulevard on the backside of the mountains from on the the ocean side of the mountains off Page Mill Road, which is, I don't remember, it's a different name on the other side of the hill. WV6JNN.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, I know exactly where you are now. I used to go up Black Rock Road or Black Canyon Road or whatever the hell it was quite a bit. I don't think we ever made it all the way up that. We had some friends that lived up on that road, but I don't think we went all the way up to Skyline, but I've certainly been up in that area a lot, and it's kind of fading in my memory because that was like 40 years ago. But anyway, very good. And fine on the visibility, man, that's great. I don't think I've ever seen the ocean until you get clear over on the other side, coming down San Gregorio, towards San Gregorio there on that one that goes down to off of Skyline down to San Gregorio. I've seen the ocean from there, but it's usually not, like you say, it's usually pretty hazy. Anyway, big signal now, Jim, just no problems at all. And I'm at 292, so I don't know whether the antennas are off or whether the band is doing it to us. I guess I won't find out for a while. As long as we can hear you and hear you well, that's the main thing. 73s, and if you get a chance at 8:30, 8:45 or so, come on out and check in on 6 meters if you remember. I haven't heard you on 6 for quite some time. Our check-ins on 6 meters are dwindling. I think we're down under the 30 mark by quite a ways. I think we only had 18 or 20 last week. So a lot less interest here at this end of the year, although I think it should pick up. We've got the contest coming up. Although nobody seems to be too interested in the contest these days, the AWL VHF contest. Back to you for your final, Jim, and then we'll listen for others. I'm expected to hear Fred in here. I'm surprised we don't hear Fred. Fred's a regular, but of course this is a weird day for him, and he may be off doing something unusual. WB6JNN for your final K6MYC.
K6MYC, WB6JNN. Yeah, well, 6 meters is one of those bands. And of course, it's computer to computer these days, a lot on 6 meters, so that's another factor on 6. Sometimes I hear you, sometimes I don't hear you on 6 meters. There seems to be path variation. Sometimes you're S7, a lot of the times you're S2 to 3, and it's a noisy band, of course. And I figure my 50 watts on that band, well, let's see, that would be 100 watts on that band. You may or may not hear me back, so I do check it sometimes, but I don't always hear you. WB6JNN.
Yeah, okay. We'll try it anyway, Jim. If you see me, give us a call. I'm looking at the spectrum on 6, and I'm pointing due north, but I was seeing some solar noise in there earlier. Solar generator noise or inverter noise or whatever you want to call it. But it looks very clear now. The spectrum isn't even moving. I don't see anything but an occasional little pip coming up out of the noise floor. So far 6 is very quiet, but I'm pointed due north. I normally would hear it if it was in there due north. I have a side lobe that looks right at it. Anyway, if you're there, you're there. Thank you, Jim. 73s. And I'm glad you got a chance to take a hike and take a ride that normally you would not do. KWV6JNN, K6MYC, 222 Bozo Net. I'm clear with Jim, and I'm standing by for any other check-ins in the Bay Area or anywhere else for that matter.
226 WA6OIB.
Hey, KD6SOK, Mike. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Fred. Give us your number one more time, Fred. You were obliterated by my Mr. Holden here, KWA6OIB. We got you, Ken. Good evening. But let's get Judy to hear Fred's number one more time. Go ahead, Fred.
Okay, yeah, it's number is 507. And conditions are not the best on 222. I heard you talking to JNN quite a bit, and the band was going. Well, your signal would go up, 20 over 9, then back down to an S7, then lower, and then come back up again. So it's like wavering. So we got a propagation situation, but and then sometimes you come in really, really strong. So the band is doing all kinds of funny things right now. And we're expecting a heat wave again starting tomorrow, so I'm not looking forward to the heat wave. Anyway, hope that's enough chitter chatter for me to zero me in. So 507 KD6SOK, back to you, Mike.
Okay, very good, Fred. Hope you had a good weekend. What did you do for your 3 days off? Over.
Well, I went to a wedding yesterday for my niece up in Napa Valley, so my niece got married. I remember when she was just this little tiny girl, and now she's all grown up, and she just got married, and it was a really nice wedding. It was a perfect day for her, because it wasn't hot in Napa Valley. Like tomorrow it's supposed to be over 100, but yesterday it was just pleasant, like 80 degrees. But boy, at night, the Napa Valley gets really cold and windy. It really, after 10 o'clock at night, the winds come whistling through there, and it's very chilly up there. It changes dramatically. So that's up there. I can't think of the town, but it's Sonoma. Sonoma's where I went.
Okay, very good, Fred. Fine on the chilly weather up there in the Napa Sonoma area. Yeah, it can get cold up there, I guess. We're starting to see that. We had a very cool morning. It was kind of cool overnight. I would expect that it dropped right around 60. By the time we got up and went out and sat on the patio, it was still very cool. I sat there with short pants on and my legs got cold. I wasn't uncomfortable, but I felt my skin after I'd sat there an hour or so, and it was cold. It was still cold. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. And it never did get up to the 100 plus that it was supposed to get to today. I think the peak temperature that we saw was 97. So it didn't quite make the 100 mark. So maybe we'll have a cooler day tomorrow, and then it'll warm up again. I don't know. I wasn't expecting this to be as cool as it was today. Anyway, good evening for now, Fred. If you can do it, check in on 6 after a bit, around 8:30 or 8:45 or so. 7-3 for now, and thanks for checking in as always, Fred. You're steady, as steady goes, and quite a bit better signal than average. I would say you're better than average tonight with less deep QSB. 7-3, KD6SOK, and then we'll get it. Well, Ken, are you copying Fred at all?
Yeah, I wanted to say hi to Fred there. Good evening, Fred. Good solid copy. Better than usual. And just steady as a rock. There's no wavering at all. So interesting conditions here. Mike and I are only 7 or 8 miles apart. So anyway, just wondering how you're copying me, Fred. KD6SOK, WA6OIB with the group.
Hey, Ken, good evening. Yeah, no, you're coming in really, really good. Strong, steady signal. Almost as strong as Mike. You guys are about the same. So really good conditions tonight. I was wrong earlier, I guess. But anyway, no, Ken, you got a great signal. You're about 10 over 9. Good signal over here. to the Bay Area, Ken.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the nice report. Appreciate that. Well, you're about an S7, S8, but good and solid anyway. No wavering. Anyway, good evening to you there, and back to you, Mike, WA60IB.
Okay, very good, Ken. We got a very small group in here, very, very low participation both last night and looks like tonight. So far we just have, let's see, who do we have? The first station. Who was it?
K6WIS.
Oh, K6 Whiskey India Sugar was the first station, and we went right up and got Jim, WB6JNN, after many calls into the Bay Area with no response, and then Fred, and now you. So it's a little bit light. Anyway, let's see if there's any others in the Bay Area now that there's two big signals, or two signals at least from here going into the Bay Area. K6MYC and WA60IB and others on the 222 Bozo Net looking for more check-ins from the Bay Area.
6KLY.
Hey, there he is. Hi, Russ. Can you give us your number for Judy? Over.
Yeah, hi, Judy. My number is 111. Over.
He's number one 3 times in a row. How about that? Good deal. Very nice signal tonight, Russ. And hopefully you had a good weekend and enjoyed it. Weather was pretty decent overall, right?
Yeah, Roger. Went camping for a couple days down by Diana's place in the Santa Cruz Mountains. But back now and trying to get back in the normal routine for Monday night. K6MYC, K6KLY.
Well, I would say you made it in time for Monday night. Thanks for checking in here. Good to hear you, and I'm hoping you had a good, enjoyable time. We think of Diana every now and then over there in the Santa Cruz Mountains. She had such a phenomenal location, probably one of the best locations, even better than BYA's place. But it's too bad that she didn't get better treatment when she fell ill there. I'm not sure there was a lot of love lost between her and her husband at the end. That's a shame. Anyway, Diana was certainly a 6-meter fixture, no question about it. Thanks for reminding us about her. KB6NAN, I think it was, KB6 November, Alpha November. And one of our antennas was actually named after her for a while. Anyway, good evening to you, Russ. Take a transfer. Well, let me see. Let me shoot it to Ken. He hasn't said hello to you yet. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, good evening, Russ. Good to hear you. Yeah, good solid signal tonight. I hope you're copying me okay, over.
Yeah, OIB, you're 5 and 9 now here. Not quite as strong as Mike, but very good, over.
Okay, yeah, I'm not even pointed up there. I'm a little more towards you now, so. Okay, very good. Well, good to hear you. Good solid signal. WA60IB. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, how's things coming and getting that 2-meter EME antenna fixed, over?
Well, we haven't made any headway in that department. I don't think it's much of an issue. The only thing I'm worried about is that there may be other issues. I'm not sure. Seems like something may be coming up there. I'll try to keep you appraised. For some reason, I thought there was something going on in October. What? Tell me again the date of the first contest weekend, over, Russ.
Yeah, that's October, and let me get the calendar here. October 18th, 19th, and 20th, over.
Yeah, okay. I'll have Judy look at our calendar here. It just seems like I think I mentioned this to you last time. We had something about maybe some of my relatives coming down from Seattle or something, but I just can't remember now what triggered me to mention it. I wouldn't want you to be planning it. Anyway, we'll have the antenna fixed, but the problem we've had with Frank lately, Frank's had a lot of things that he's had go wrong at his place, and he's trying to get his final solar system going so it can carry him through the winter. And he also then had some other work that he had from another outside source. And then the last few days he was supposed to be down here, but he's suffering a very severe toothache. I'm not sure what the manifestation, what the result of that is, or what he's going to do about it, or what's causing it. He does not have very good teeth. What little teeth he has, there's very few of them left. So it's unusual that he would have a serious issue. But who knows? Anyway, hopefully maybe he has to wait until Tuesday or Wednesday before he can get to a dentist and maybe pull a tooth or something, because he's been pretty much in agony. I'll find out tonight if he checks in on 6 meters if he's feeling any better. But we haven't seen Frank for 4 or 5 days here, or maybe almost a week now. So that's another problem. He's falling behind in a few things that need to be done. A lot of little things like the 2-meter array are taking second fiddle. K6KLI for your final, Russ. K6MYC.
All right, Michael, I'll be checking in back with you here sporadically, and we'll see how things go. Yeah, the last time we talked about your relatives being there was because it was Thanksgiving last year, because that weekend last year. But this month, I want to try for October if we can. K6MYC, K6KLY, have a good evening.
Yeah, okay. Well, we got it noted 18 through the 20th of October, so we'll take a check and keep an eye out and try to keep it clear if we can. Thank you, Russ. Okay, anybody else for the 222 Bozo Net before we slide on up to Oakley? K6MYC 222 Bozo Net still beaming the Bay Area.
No, I just want to give you another signal report, Mike. Really good, solid copy tonight. Really excellent. Anyway, 73 Mike, 86, that's okay. Just want to give you some feedback.
Yeah, right. You're very solid too, Fred. I would say as good as I've heard you any time that I can recall on 222 here. Over.
Yeah, and everybody. Russ sounds great. JNN sounds great. Ken down there sounds awesome. You guys all sound great. You're a great band. Well, it's such a shame that 222 doesn't get more love, because it's just an awesome band. Anyway, I'll let you go. I know you got to run. 86, that's okay.
Okay, very good, Fred. Well, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow on 2 meters. Oh, I'm sorry. Tomorrow is 1296. We'll see you there, of course. And then maybe again on Thursday or Wednesday as well. I know you have all the bands. It's just a matter of whether you can get on or not, or remember it. Take care. And the station that's been missing now for over a week is Ed, and I didn't know that he didn't tell me he was going anywhere. And I thought he had his station pretty well put back together, but maybe he decided to do some other things in the shack, so he hasn't checked in here. Anyway, last call for the Bay Area, K6MYC 222 Bozo Net, taking check-ins. Over. Nothing heard. Okay, here we go to Oakley.
Here he comes.
Here he comes. Go ahead, I hear you.
K6MYC and 6RO, Bozo 835. High temperature 84. And for dinner we had ahi tuna, which I overcooked in the George Foreman, which is too efficient of a cooker, so I overdid it. It tasted good, but it was too chewy. At least I didn't screw up the Brussels sprouts.
Well, it's hard to screw up Brussels sprouts, isn't it?
Yeah, I steam those. I know what I'm doing there. I also had sea scallops, and I thought I learned how to cook them a few days ago, but I couldn't get them to get that seared surface on them. I guess the pan wasn't hot enough.
Yeah, don't ask me. When Matt gets back, you can ask him how to do it. He probably could tell you 20 different recipes for scallops. He's really a good cook. Wait.
Internet, the one I've been following, it worked really good on Friday night, but something went wrong tonight. Anyway, I'll be checking in on the early session on 6 meters. See you later.
Yeah, okay, I missed what, I doubled with you, just clicked the mic and I missed the first comments about, what about Friday night?
Oh, I cooked the scallops good on Friday night, but I couldn't repeat it tonight.
Yeah, well, that's a sign of an amateur. Very good, Ken. All right. I had something to pass on to you, but it slipped away, so we'll let it go for now. We'll see in a little bit on 6. Maybe it'll come back to me.
Yeah, everything slips away from me.
Yeah. Well, the scallops are slippery, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, until you cook them.
All right. Take care. N6 Radio Oakley, K6MYC. Anybody else before I turn toward the Sacramento area? We already have Clear Lake, so let me go right on up to Sacramento.
OIB was very loud, Ken. Are you here?
Yeah, go ahead, Ken. Say hi to Ken.
Here too, 10 over.
Yeah, you're over S9. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
I'm sorry, I meant to get Ken in here, and I knew there was something else I wanted to do, get the two Kens together.
Well, we did it in spite of you there, so good to hear you, Ken. And love to hear your menu up there. Any kind of seafood, and I'm with you. WA6OIB.
All righty. All right, I'm up towards Sacramento now a little bit more. Let's see, I'm not quite there. Well, let's see. KJ6KFB. How about you, Darren, with your smatching twin 8 watts or 20 watts or whatever it is? KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Okay, looks like Darren's off doing some other publicity or personal thing. How about Bill? We haven't heard Bill for quite a while, but I understand he's got his station back together. Whoops, wait a minute here. What's going on here? I don't want that. I pushed the wrong button here, sorry. Come back. Something like that, Bill. K06KD, Kilo Oscar 6 Kilo Delta, K6MYC. Are you with us tonight, Bill?
Yeah, K6MYC is K06KD if you can hear me.
I hear you fine. Give me a little chatter because I've either got a loss of calibration or we've got a band that shifted slightly tonight. So let me see if I can get a peek on you. Good to hear you back. Sounds like you're at least recovering a little bit there. Go ahead.
Yeah, sort of, kind of. I'm feeling bad again, so I'm coming down with something else. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I think the day is getting very close where I'm going to have to just sign off at QRT and just think, just go over to the big building and say, yeah, I'm checking in, you see how whatever, then you just dig a hole too. You know what? I'm getting sick of this, Mike.
I'm having trouble with you. I got two peaks on you, one at 322 and one at 340, and you're not where you're supposed to be. So I don't know what's going on here. Ken, are you doing any better with Bill there?
Bill was fine here. I had no problem at all. Good evening, Bill.
Oh, hey, Ken. Nice to hear you. I hope you and Gwen are doing well.
Yep. She's taking care of her little grandson, Remy, 3 times a week, so she's busy doing that, and the other couple of days she's shopping, so... Oh, well, I can't keep track of her. So, anyway, I'll tell her you said, hey, K06KD, WA6OIB.
Yeah, good to let her know that I said hello, and I'm glad that everything's working out. Hope you guys had a nice day holiday. Anyway, 7-3 to you, Mike. Did you get me figured out where I'm at?
Well, at times you come way up, and then at other times you go way down. So I just got massive fading on you, Bill. Anyway, do you have the station back together, and can we expect to see you on 40 in the morning, over?
Yeah, I I might be there. It depends. I might be there. It's taken a lot. I must tell you, it has really taken a lot to get the station back together. I would like to try, if I can, in the morning, if it works out, if we've got a good band. I would like to try working you on the 7610 and then switching over to the 7700. No linear, just simple 100 watts, whatever the excited power is. And see if you guys can hear any difference or anything. It's just something I'd like to try out. But other than that, yeah, I think I've got everything plugged back in, and most of it seems to be working. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, we can sure run that test with you. And the conditions have been pretty good. Phil has been able to get through when Bob was there. Bob had a little bit of a different weekend because of the 3-day weekend. He went on a sailing trip. So he was in and out through the week, and then they took an earlier trip earlier in the week, and he was there Monday, and he wasn't there Tuesday, Wednesday, or something. I don't know. Anyway, he's been sporadic, but I think he should be back on schedule for tomorrow morning. So there you go. So, but Phil, when we have had Bob in there, Phil's been able to get through quite regularly barefoot, which means you should get through barefoot as well. So Bob can give you a comparison between the 7700 and the 7610. Anyway, great to hear you back in here. I'm sure everybody else will be pleased to hear you as well. Bob was lamenting your loss and or your absence, if you will, and so was Phil.
And me.
And so was Judy. She's happy to hear your big voice again. You're up and down here. The fading is just all over the place. You come up roaring in for 5 or 10 words, and then you go almost inaudible. We don't lose it, but we lose almost everything, and then it comes roaring back. So we're still keeping context, but it's not stable by any means, and it may be just because of my elevation here. Anyway, good evening, Bill. And have you heard Darren at all?
Yes, I did hear Darren. Good evening to Judy. And thank you for the update on the guys there on 40. I don't know if Bob's going to be there tomorrow because it's Tuesday. But at any rate, Darren was on Simplex earlier this evening. So I did mention it to him and ask him if he was going to make it for the 222 net. So you might put out a call for him and see if you're able to copy him. But he was on frequency earlier. Over.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear him either. I called him. Anyway, I'll call him one more time right now, and we'll go to Nevada. We'll call him one more time, and then we'll give up, and we'll look for you over on 6 meters tonight as well. So look for you on 6 meters at about 8:30, 8:35. 73, Bill. KO6KD, K6MYC, standing by for KJ6 Kilo, Foxtrot Bravo. Darren, are you here? Okay, no Darren. Maybe we'll catch him on the way back. Thank you, Bill. Anybody else in the Sacramento area before we go on to the Nevada area? How about you, Paul? I don't hear Paul, so maybe we don't have much propagation on the direct path. All right, here we go to Nevada.
You guys doubled.
Oh, Paul was in there. Okay, tell him I didn't hear him.
Yeah, Mike's in the fade right now. He's about Q2.
Yeah, he said try it again. Go ahead, try it again, Paul.
Hello, Paul.
You got a strong 5x2 and Ken, WA65B, you were 5x9, but Mike is hiding up in the hills there, and there's lots of hills between me and him. So I'll try again. K6MYC in the group, K6WIS. Any copy there, Mike? Over.
Yeah, we got you now. You're booming in. I'm not sure I'm peaked on you, but plenty of signal now, so good deal. And did you hear, you called Tom. Did you mean Tom or Paul? Ken, over. Ken, you said good evening, Tom. Are you talking about Paul?
I thought I said Paul. That's what I was thinking about. I wouldn't have said Tom that I know of.
Okay, copying Ken, WA60IB, Paul, over.
Roger, I'm copying him stronger than you there, Mike. He's out in the flatlands, and it's a better shot for me. Good evening there again, Ken. You're 5x9, and Mike is peaking 5x7 on that over, but sometimes he just drops down to about a 2x2, over.
Yeah, well, you're solid. You're good and solid here, about a 5x7, no problem at all. So, yeah, we'd been talking. I don't know where Tom came from. I certainly don't remember saying that. Okay, well, anyway, Paul and I connected. So, back to you, Mike.
Okay, very good. Paul 7-3, we'll see you in a few minutes on 6 meters. I'm going to go to Nevada now for a quickie, and then we'll be switching over to 6 meters and coming back. I'm pointing at Nevada right now on 6. So we'll be coming from Nevada toward you right away on 6 meters. Paul, over.
Okay, roger that. Thanks, Mike. 73 for the group. K6WIS clear.
Roger, 7-3.
Yeah, cheers, Bill, and I'm glad to hear you got your 7700 back.
And, I'd like to talk to you sometime off frequency about it. I think you're spot on. I was right for that boosting jungle thing.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear what the ICOM repair job was.
Still copying. Your fine pointed right at Nevada, Paul. I can't tell whether Bill's in there or not, Hanover. I think Ken may have already gone over to 6 meters. All right. Nevada. Ken 7 Whiskey Tango N7WT or KE7UQL Kilo Echo 7 Uniform Quebec Lima K6MYC. Go ahead, guys.
I'm still here.
Okay. I'm not hearing Nevada though. KE7UQL K6MYC. Daniel. Okay, we've got you now coming in a little bit off axis, but we've got you. KE7UQL, not strong at the moment, but I'm sure it'll change. Good evening to you. Good evening to you, Daniel, and I'll shoot it over to Ken. Ken, are you copying Daniel?
Yeah, I copied him at the end there. He just kind of popped right up. Good evening, Daniel. KE7UQL WA60IB is here.
That was quick. I don't know what he said.
Yeah, he faded right out. I got about 4 or 5 words, and then he just went away.
Whiskey Alpha 6, Oscar Bravo. This is KE7UQL. Hello, Ken.
Okay, yeah, you're back up now. KE7UQL WA60IB. Yeah, you disappeared for a bit there. Got some real fast fading tonight. Interesting conditions. KE7UQL WA60IB. Is Larry around?
Not yet, over.
No Larry yet. Okay, well, we'll wait.
And we'll wait about a minute and a half here. It's time to go to 6 meters already.
Right. Okay, we're going to hit for 6 in a bit, so he better step up to the plate. KE7UQL 73 Daniel. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow on 1296. KE7UQL 73 and N7 Whiskey Tango. N7WT. Go ahead, Larry. K6MYC and the group calling and listening. Okay, no Larry. I guess that's it. We're going to go over to 6, and we'll see you on 6 briefly. Ken, I assume that Gwen's got her program tonight, over? Yep, I'll be over there in just a minute.
There you are. You finally came up where I can hear you. WA6OIB and K6MYC and 7WT 657-657. Over.
USL, you finally came out of the woodwork for us. Very good. Good signal here on 222. Larry, good to hear you. And we're pointing your way on 6, and we'll be over there. And just as soon as we sign with you here, we'll pick you up on 6 meters. N7 Whiskey Tango, hopefully you had a good weekend. K6MYC in the group.
Hello there, Larry.
K6MYC, and WA6OIB. If you guys will be quiet for a minute, you might hear me. N7WT, standing by, number 657, over.
Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, I had to reach for the mic there. Okay, very good. N7WT, WA6OIB. Okay, well, good evening here, and we'll see you over on 6. I'm heading over there now. The N7WT, WA6OIB. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay.
WT, number 657, over.
Yeah, they're fading rapidly, up and down. K6MYC, KE7UQL, I have a question for you, Mike.
Okay, 7-3, Daniel, look for you tomorrow night on 1296. KE7UQL 272, 7-3.
KE7UQL 73.
K6MYC, best I can get you is 2x1, 3x1, just bits and pieces of you guys, that's all. No propagation, Mike. N7WT 657.
Oh, you got something wrong on receive because your Q5 and S5 to S6. We have not missed a word, Larry, over.
Yeah, you come up to about a 5 and 3 on that transmission, so you did build a little bit, but most of the night here you've been, 2x1, 3x1, real weak. So right now, the strongest I've heard you're about a 5 and 2, a 5 and 3, over.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why it's not reciprocal between you and me here. Anyway, 7-3, and we'll see you right on 6 meters in 30 seconds here. N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC clear and going to 50.140.
Yeah, 73. You made it hit 5-7 that time. November 7 Whiskey Tango clear.
Yeah, you're 5 and 9, 7-3.
KE7UQL 73.
7-3, Daniel.
So, Ken, cut those transistors ordered to be here next week.
Okay, very good. Well, let's get that thing going. All right.
Okay, be monitoring here. We're working on 15. See ya, W6 and IF.
They need your Bozo number, so give Judy your Bozo number there.
Yeah, W6 November India Fox. Good evening, Jim. Long time no hear. Repeat your call. I've got a friend, Judy, in the shack with us here, and she's going to be listening and writing down your Bozo number, over.
Okay, Mike. Hello, W6NIF, number 737, just like the airplane.
Okay, 737. Yeah, she's got her. Thank you, Jim. Good to hear you. And hopefully you'll be checking in here more often, over.
Oh, we'll give it a try. Okay, getting back to 15. Catch you later. Be monitoring, though.
Yeah, you trying to work to Charlie Yankee 9, or who are you trying to work on 15?
Just New Zealand and Australia and whoever comes up. Asiatic, Russia.
Okay. Very good. 7-3, and thanks for checking in there on 6. So that we have 2 now. We have 226. Ken is in here. 226 WA6OIB and W6 November India Fox is Jim. And who else do we have on the band here for the moment? We should have Larry and 7 Whiskey Tango. How about Larry?
Yeah, by the way, 107 WV6 talk out there on 15. See you around.
Hello, Mike, WA6 LOL.
Yep, lots of check-ins, but a lot of doubles there. I think I heard 107. Hang on a second, Dane. We're looking for N7 Whiskey Tango 657, Larry.
Roger. N7 Whiskey Tango. You're about a 5 and 3 right now. Band was a little stronger a minute ago, but now it's dropping down. N7WT 657.
Yeah, very good. Well, you're 5 and 3 to 5 and 5 here on 6 meters, so good signal here, Larry. No problem. And I guess we should have Richard in here. So let's see if Richard is there tonight. KD6BQ, Kilo Delta 6 Bravo Queen, K6MYC. How about it, Richard?
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249, over.
Roger, Roger. Got your 249. Not real strong at the moment, Richard, but no problem. Got your copy. I know you're running a lot less power than Larry is. Hi. Anyway, Larry, did you ever catch up with the Echo 51 EME, over?
No, the one I was looking for was the CY9 Charlie, but so far I haven't been able to. I heard him a little bit on CW, but it was just so weak and so much QRM, I was unable to work anymore.
I see. That's on 6 meters. CW, that's good. I'm glad that they're trying CW anyway.
No, it was on 10 meters, Mike. 10 meters on CW.
Oh, 10 meters, okay.
He was on 6FT8. KM6SR was calling him, so I guess I never did hear him on my side of the board, but KM6SR, I think it is. They're in the Bay Area. Was calling the CY9.
Yeah, okay. Well, we got Dave on frequency. I got 856 Dave, WA6LOL. Dave, we'll get it over to you. And, of course, you worked, I think Larry knows that. You worked Charlie Yankee 9 on 2 meters the other night, over.
Yeah, I did. Hi, Mike. I'm barefoot here. My amp is all messed up. Yeah, and today he said that he would be on 6 meters tomorrow, working all day tomorrow on 6 meters, so you might let the guy know that Charlie Yankee 9 Charlie will be active on 6 meters. If the band opens up, I don't know it. Unlikely, but anyway, that's the plan. K6MYC, WA6LOL, 856.
Okay, did he say he was going to be concentrating on phone or FT8?
You know, I didn't, he didn't say.
Okay, well, I guess we have to watch for him on FT8, and then if he gets good there, then we can try to get him over on phone. Okay. Charlie Yankee 9, CY9 Charlie will be on 6 meters all day tomorrow. We don't know exactly what modes, but he's going to be trying probably all modes through the course of the day. That's his big deal tomorrow. He does not have a moon most of the time, so it should be easy for him to concentrate on 6. Oh, good deal, and fine on everything. Larry, I'll let you go, and Richard, let me shoot it back to you for your final. You can turn it over to Larry. As you can tell, we've got a little bit more traffic here this evening. KD6BQ, Wassaw Valley. I still haven't worked to KN6KTH, so I have not been able to tell him that he was heard from Delta Mike 04, where he is, all the way up to Delta Mike 09. KD6 Bravo Quebec, and the group K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, KD6BQ. And so I sent him an email, and he responded. He seemed pretty happy that I'd heard him. And he's looking forward to maybe the contest time or some other time, make a schedule or something when he's up there. So we'll keep listening for him and seeing if we can pull him out. But that would be great. So anyway, we'll say happy Labor Day to you and 73 to all. And I guess pass it over to you, Larry, N7WT in the group, 86BQ.
Okay, Richard, I'll see you in a minute or two here on 220. And nothing more from here, Mike. It's just lousy conditions on 220 tonight for me. I was receiving real poorly, and when you were talking to Daniel all that period of time, and you finally did come up to 5.7, but that was the best I finally. You were just a little brief, very brief peak there most of the time, and you were 2x1, 3x1. Anyway, 7.3. See you again, maybe on 1296, but that's a tough one. 10.7 WT.
Yeah, well, I'll be on 1296. We'll look forward to working you there. We've been hitting Daniel pretty regularly. Hasn't been very strong, but I think we didn't hear him last week. Last week was a blotto, but the whole band was terrible. 1296 was terrible for everybody last week, so I don't feel bad about not hearing you and or Daniel. We'll look for you both tomorrow, Larry. Thank you. 7-3. Good evening to you, Richard. And good deal on connecting with N6 KTH here. KD6 BQ and 7 Whiskey Tango. K6 MYC clear and going into Sacramento area.
KJ6TYO 1009.
Very good. Good evening to you, Ron. KJ6TYO 1009. Hang on just a second, because when you broke in, that reminded me that I think I heard 107 earlier. He may have gone off to dinner because I didn't get right back to him. But Dane, if you're in there, let us know. I'm pretty sure I heard 107. WB6JMP, K6MYC. Go ahead, Dane. Okay, very good. We already got him written in, so he's been logged in anyway. Okay, over to you, Ron. KJ6TYO, the old chicken hauler, 1009, K6MYC. How was your weekend?
Pretty good. Got to go to Shaver Lake and sit out on one of those pontoon boats yesterday. So weather was just perfect. Had a nice little breeze go through, and that's about all I did. So it was quite enjoyable.
Yeah, well, too bad you couldn't have gotten up there a few days earlier. You could have connected with the other bozo that was up there. Dane just got back. I think a couple of nights ago he came back. From Shaver. He was up there for at least 10 days, I think, maybe longer. So he had quite a bit of fun with his boat and did a lot of nice outings, and apparently had some very, very nice weather up there as well. So I'm glad you had a good time and the weather was decent for you. Good deal. Let you go, but I'll take a standby for any other final there. I'm kind of looking for KE6 BON too. I need to connect with Adam, but I don't think he checks in here on 6. KJ6, we're missing Rob also tonight. Rob, are you here?
Roger. Yeah, I gave my call sign when Ken first got on, but I guess there's a lot of traffic. You didn't hear me, over?
Yeah, we didn't. 432. KM6 Sugar Radio, gotcha. And did you want to say hello to Ron there?
Sure, Ron. How you doing? KJ6TYO, KM6SR.
Hey there, KM6SR. Good evening. Yeah, I just happened to be out here, and I'll see if I can't check in there before Mike turns the antenna. So I think mine is just kind of aimed out towards him, so kind of getting you off the side. But hey, good hearing you guys, and you guys take care. Have a good evening. KJ6TYO 100973.
Okay, Ron. Thanks for being there. Good to hear you. KM6SR. Hey, Mike, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I tried to send a copy of the Bozo log to you, and bounced back. I tried a couple different emails. What is the email you want me to use, over?
Use Mike, all lowercase, Mike, K6MYC. That's a tough one. I know you'll have trouble remembering that one. Mike, K6MYC, at Proton Mail, all one word, PROTON Mail, all one word, .com.
Okay, yeah, I first did it on K6NYC at protonmail.com. Didn't work. Then I did K6NYC Mike at protonmail.com, and it bounced back. So I just had the mic and the call sign reversed. Over.
Yes, you did. And if it bounces again, let me know. We've been having a little trouble. My filter's working too well. We've been having trouble getting some stuff through that should be just floating through like nobody's business, but it's filtering everybody out, and things are bouncing from other people as well. Over.
Yeah, I tried calling you both the home and the cell, and I didn't. The cell never connected, and the home said it was not available, or I couldn't dial it the way I was dialing. Over.
Well, we've been getting phone calls through the day. I don't think I got any call on my cell today, but it's in my pocket, and it gives me a real thrill when it lights up and vibrates. Over.
Well, I have to call you every hour then, huh? Over.
I don't think I can stand it. My heart won't put up with it. Okay. Anyway, it's not hard to know that I'm getting calls. I have had a couple of it that I've got the clip that normally on my belt is broken, so I've been carrying the cell phone in my pocket, which is not good, and I'm trying to pray that I don't break it before I get the clip fixed. But right now we're waiting for Frank to come down and see if I've got all the pieces to put it back together. In any case, that's the story. What was was there anything else, Ron? I mean, Rob?
No, that's it. I've been here since the beginning, so I've been pointing down towards Bakersfield. KB6RQU, Rick, you on? I called him earlier and never heard him. Over.
Yeah, I'm still pointed toward Nevada here.
KB6RQU, Rick, you on for the 6-meter Bozo Net? KM6SRR with K6NYC. Over. No, not hearing anything, Mike. I'll head up your way.
727.
Good evening, Mike. 727. Give us your call with the number, okay?
Whiskey Alpha 6, Alpha Juliet 727.
Hey, there's my man. Thank you. Perfectly done. And how you doing tonight?
Doing good. Just waiting for the next heat up.
Okay. And had you talked to Bill today?
I talked to Bill, but I can't seem to get him on Tuesday, so I try.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, hopefully he'll be there. I talked to Ron again in the Tascadero, and he said he didn't hear anybody last week. I know we tried with him. We tried to get him. I don't think Bill was there last week, or if he was also struggling with him. And but we'll try again. He said he would be there again Tuesday, QUI.
Okay, you mean, yeah, tomorrow night. I forgot what day it was.
Kilo, Oscar 6, Delta, Golf, Juliet.
Okay. Who's the Alpha Golf, Juliet? Who is the Alpha Golf Juliet station? Go ahead.
Kilo, Oscar 6. Kilo, Oscar 6, Delta, Golf, Juliet. John in Brentwood. Bozo number 1145.
Oh, very good, John. Yeah, I'm not even, well, I guess I'm pointed at you now. We're closer. Very good. KG6, Delta, Golf, Juliet. Yeah, Golf.
As of last month.
Yeah, he's new. He's a brand new guy. Yes, sir. Good to hear you. Thanks for calling in. I think we missed you last week, but it's been a jumbled up summer with people going on vacation and stuff. Pretty good signal down here tonight. John, I'm surprised. I think this is the best we've heard you on 6 meters. KG6 Delta Golf Juliet, K6NYC.
Roger that. Roger that. I got my beam pointed towards you.
DHI.
I got it finally dialed in, and I can hear you really, really well, and I'm hoping you can hear me real well. Yeah, it's been a trial and error. and goodness gracious sakes, I'm just happy to be out here. KO6DGJ.
Well, we're happy to have you, John. Just keep hanging in there and try to make it happen. Your perfect copy here, absolutely armchair copy, so no problem. And I heard KG6DHI in there also. Go ahead. There's a DHI. Go ahead.
Oh, good afternoon there, Mike. Yeah, Bozo 1134. Yeah, how's this thing sounding here? Still doing pretty good like last week?
Yeah, no, you're loud. Is this Merle?
Sure is. It sure is. Yeah, and I ended up putting up a long wire yesterday, in fact, so I can do 40 and 80, and I'm pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, okay, very good. 40 and 80 are a lot of fun. In the evenings, you can work Africa. There's a very strong signal in Africa that comes in on 71. If you can work at that part of the band, 71, 49, 48, 47, somewhere in there, sometimes as high as 71, 53. A very strong South African ZS6 Charlie Yankee. So I'm sure you'll hear Bill if he's in there. And he's got good ears. He can hear you. He's running a 3-element Yagi at 100 feet and lots of power with good ears. So that'll be a fun one for you. He does about 8:30, 9 o'clock our time here. That's maybe a little earlier. 8 o'clock would be a good time to look for him. He runs a animal preserve over there. So he's up early every morning. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Boy, I tell you, that'd be an interesting job, for sure. But yeah, doggone. It's been great conditions here today. Yesterday was kind of bad, but today's been really, really good and everything. It's like you're plus 20. I mean, normally you're 9 plus, maybe up to about a 10 over 9, and tonight you're doing 20 plus on me. And so I definitely think either you got your beams pointed directly down my throat or the conditions gotten really, really good tonight.
I'm looking right at you. I'm looking at you, Merle. I'm also looking at John. I'm at 302, which is right toward Oakley, but you guys are close enough that you're in the pattern here. Very good. Let me let you go, but like I say, lots of good stuff in the evenings on 40 meters. And you also might look, if you're a morning person, there are some stations on around 7150 in the morning. The African boys get in there, 7147. And you can work quite a few of the Africans long path on 40 meters as well. Good evening, Merle. KG6DHI and KG6 Delta Golf Juliet, K6MYC.
Okay, 7-3, Mike. You and Judy have a great evening. We will catch you next time. KO6DHI.
Thank you, Merle. Whistler. I'm waiting for M6RO, but I'll take the Whistler.
WB6J
M6RO.
6 Japan, Norway.
Okay, the Whistler, you're pretty weak. Give us your call 2 or 3 times and your Bozo number 2 or 3 times, please. Over.
285, WB6JNN.
I got you now, Jim. I'm not pointed at you. I'm at 300 degrees, but we got you. Thank you very much for giving us a try here on 6 meters. WB6JNN 285. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're not very strong here either. Not very strong. WB6JNN. Thank you.
Okay, well, stick around a second. I'm coming your way in just a minute. Let me just get N6RO in here. And then we'll come more into the Bay Area for a final check on your signal strength, Jim. N6 Radio Oscar probably finished dinner by now, K6MYC.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I finished before the 222. I'm trying to figure out why I messed up the cooking. Nothing new to report. See you on a couple of bands. No, 1296 tomorrow. 6 off the roll. Good evening.
You need compression on the radio because we're getting the peaks of your voice, but not most of the words. But I got 1296 out of that. So we'll look for you tomorrow on 1296. Of course, this is a radio that gets used by so many other people for other purposes. I hate to have you fuss with it, but it's not great for audio. N6RO, and I think Ken's already gone because the wife has a program that she wants to watch and he can't be in here. Is there anybody else that wants to say hello to Ken up there in Oakley, K6MYC?
Sure, how you doing, Ken? N6RO, Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo. Good evening.
Hi, Rob. SRR N6RO. Mike, it might gain too low here. Is it any better?
Yeah, but it's very crisp, very, very crisp, and somewhat distorted. But it's up now. You're not just giving us the peaks. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the usual issue. I should actually spend some time before the net.
Oh, yeah. Well, if it's convenient for you, we can check you, and it's just that I enjoy hearing you. Got such a strong signal, and it's so marginal for my poor ears that I don't get good copy unless I really pay attention. I can. It would be much nicer if it had more body to it. That's just what my ears are screaming for. Over.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I'm a different mic than the other radio, and I haven't checked the equalizer. That's where the issue is. If I bring up the lows, you'll hear more.
Yeah, almost sounds like an old carbon telephone mic. Over.
No, it's a Yamaha 500.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow on 1296, and you're always much better copy on the 9700, of course. Over.
Yeah, that's a simple machine.
All righty. Now, let's see. Let me go into the Bay Area now and see if we can get better signals from Jim. Here we come, Jim.
Not as good. WB6JNN.
Yeah, WB6JNN, K6MYC. I'm not sure I made it any better, but you were just starting to come out of the noise. I probably had you in the first side lobe or something. Over.
WB6JNN. Japan, Norway. WB6JNN.
Okay. Well, it's weaker now than it was. Much weaker now than it was. Now I'm pointing at you. So maybe you're bouncing off of something strange there. I was catching you much better when I was pointed at 300. I'm right at you now at 285. Over.
You are weaker. WB6JNN. You are now not as strong.
It's very weak, but we got you, and that's the main thing. So thanks for checking in here on 6. Jim, thank you for doing that. It is marginal, and I'm not sure why. I've heard you much better at other times, I'm sure, on 6 meters here. And it seems like the audio is a little thin also, but that may be just a fact of a very weak signal. 7-3, and thanks very much for trying, Jim, and giving us a check here. WB6JNN, East San Jose, K6MYC standing by. Over.
73, you just came up a little. It must be propagation as well. 73, WB6JNN.
Well.
Better, Mike?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, is this audio any better?
Give me a little more audio.
Okay, audio. It was the equalizer was way off.
Well, I can hear bass trying to come in, but something's still clipping you heavily on the low side.
Yeah, that's probably my voice.
Well, I know, but but your voice is better on other mics and stuff. This is better. It's much easier to copy and much less distortion now. Over.
Yeah. Okay. One of these days I'll get it right.
You keep trying, young fella. You'll get it.
Oh yeah. Well, this flex radio, I've never gotten really gotten along with it.
Well, they're goddamn technical, and if you get everything right, they sound beautiful. But boy, you got to fuss with them. They're not straightforward. Most guys that make their radio sound good are really technically into it. And in your situation, it's probably not the best radio for that application because it has to go through so many hands and it gets diddled continually. Everybody sets it up differently probably and so on. Anyway, it's usable. Now it's better for sure, Ken. M6 Radio Oscar K6MYC.
Okay. Well, I'm really a K3 guy these days. I'll never get rid of those radios. I have 5 of them. Anyway, carry on. N6RO. Away.
Away. Up and away, Superman.
Up.
Okay. So we're in the Bay Area now, more or less. K6MYC Bozo Net. Bay Area, Bay Area.
N5NPD 1129.
Well, there you go. Very nice signal, and thank you for doing it properly at the beginning. Brett, how are you doing?
Oh, hang in there. Good evening to you, Mike and Judy. Yep, I got the garage door closed now, so the mosquitoes can't get me. So, yeah, I'm sorry I missed Thursday and Sunday. It's just a busy week for me. There's a big festival the city does here on Labor Day weekend, and that week leading up to it is kind of a bear. So I was unable to attend. Over.
Yeah, I understand. No problem. We did miss you. I missed a big signal coming in from N5NPD, but we figured you were busy. And Merle's been checking in quite regularly, KG6DHI. He's pounding in here tonight on 6. So he's really got that working well on 6 meters now, much to your help, I think. And the other one that's new, KG6 Delta Golf Juliet, John up there, is also coming in very, very nicely. So I know you guys all kind of got your licenses, or those two guys got their licenses almost at the same time. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Brett. Good to hear you. And we didn't have much in the way of a busy weekend. It was just a little strange on a couple of situations. We had some fires in the area around us here within the radius of about 50 or 60 miles, some closer. There was one small fire up in Coarse Gold, which is only 10 or 15 miles from here, but quite a few of our fellows, our Bozo members live in Coarse Gold. We've got 6 Bozo members in Coarse Gold, so that's always a concern for us. But they got it out very quickly. Luckily, there's lots of lakes and lots of helicopters up there, and the Chukchansi Indian Reservation is there as well with their own fire department. So there was lots of incentive to get the fire out. I don't think it burned more than about 10 or 12 acres from what we understand. Anyway, thanks, Brett, and we'll look for you. Well, I don't think you have 1296, but we'll see you on Wednesday anyway. N5NPD, Newsom,
What's on your mind?
Newman, K6MYC.
73 is Mike and Judy. Yeah, don't curse me with the Newsom. It's new man. Good evening.
Yeah, I know, new man. Okay, yeah, boy, he's putting himself in a lot of hot water with all the crap he's doing. See ya. Okay, Bay Area, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Anybody else? Bay Area. 6 meters, K6MYC, Central California, calling Bay Area Bozo Net and standing by. Okay, he said he was going to leave early, but let me see if you're still there. KW6S.
K6MYC, KW6S, 610.
Yeah, well, thanks for staying up for us. I asked Judy what time it was. She says it's 10 minutes to or 8 minutes to 9. I said, he may have gone to bed. You said you were going to stick around till about 8:45. So thanks for hanging in there a few extra minutes, Tom. Over.
Yeah, well, no, I was going to be here from about 10 minutes after 9 or so. So, yeah, we got plenty of time.
Okay, well, heck with you, then. I'll go away and I'll call you later.
Okay, well, we'll see. Lee was on a net earlier, but I don't know if he's on here or not.
Well, let's see if Lee is here. AF6 United. Alpha Vox 6 United. Lee, I wonder if you're there. Surprise us with your presence, please. K6MYC.
Surprise! K6MYC from AF6 United, the Countdown Bozo 1098.
Okay, phenomenal. Great to hear you. You made our day here. We've been waiting for you, missing you for the last couple of weeks, but I understand you've been just super busy with a lot of projects in 16 different directions. Over.
Well, excuse me. Actually, it's kind of bittersweet right now. This is our first weekend after our son has moved up to Lake Almanor, and he and his family, our 3-year-old granddaughter, in the last 6 weeks, a very quick thing, he took a job up there, and a promotion for him, and he got tired of the 2-hour commute between his home here in Watsonville and working up at Big Creek Lumber on the other side of Davenport, and he had just had enough. So he has now moved to a much better place, and hopefully it's going to be a much better opportunity for him.
Well, I wouldn't say that was bittersweet. It's nice to... It's too bad that he's not going to be close so you can see your granddaughter and he and his wife more regularly, but it sounds like it's a wonderful situation and the perfect timing for his opportunities to take advantage of that opportunity and get a better job and all the rest of it. Sounds good. The only other better thing he could have done is moved out of California altogether. Over.
Well, that may be the next step, because the company that he's working for actually has other lumber mills in Oregon and Washington State, and I'm not sure if there's another one up in Idaho or whatever, but it appears that he's going to have a lot of options moving forward, and at least Lake Almanor is within striking distance for us, and it's a fun place to go and visit, and he's going to finally live in a place that gets snow in the wintertime, and it's going to be interesting to see how they cope with all of that.
Time with his family.
Yeah, that will be interesting. Well, Idaho, if he could get a shot into Idaho, I would say tell him to jump on it. I would try to stay clear of Oregon and Washington. They're almost as bad, if not worse, in some areas as California in terms of the political climate. But Idaho, particularly the northern part, the only town that's sort of purple is Boise. My grandson just moved to a place just south of Spokane. It's called Athol. If you have a very heavy lisp, then you can see what the name is called, Athol. I think the guy that named it had a lisp. Over.
Yeah, well, I hope it's not like that to live around there.
No, it's a wonderful place. It's got all the amenities, and he got 6 acres up there and a beautiful home and all that, and so it's going to be wonderful, and he's got the opportunity to expand his own business. He's in water treatment and everything related to water treatment, along with all kinds of construction capability. He's got quite a bit of equipment to do digging and trenching and leveling and all that stuff too, and he's good at that. So it looks like a wonderful opportunity, but he just couldn't raise his kids in California. Over.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, okay. I'll turn it back over to you. I think there might be another guy in the area here that might want to check in. So I'll say 7-3s, and I'll give him a chance. K6MYC from America Fox 6 United. The countdown, Bozo 10, 9, 8. Good day.
Yeah, thank you, and good evening from Judy as well. She said thank you for your good chat here, and good luck again to your kids and your kids, your son and his family, so to speak. All right, who was the other one? That might be WA6JKN, right?
Kilo 6 Golf Hotel Alpha, Bozo 983.
983, Kilo Golf 6. Give it to me again. Not a familiar call, so you got to tell me where you're located. But good to hear you. My name is Mike. I'm in Central California, near the city of Fresno. I'm up in the foothills, about 20 miles north of Fresno.
Don.
Oh, Don. Okay, Don, pick it away. And we got your Bozo number. Give me your call sign again. Well, I guess we have your call sign, but I didn't hear it. What's this call?
K6 Golf Alpha. Golf Hotel Alpha.
GHA, okay. K6 Golf Hotel Alpha. Go ahead, K6MYC.
Thanks, Mike. Good to hear you, and thank you for your support staff there. I do a couple of times a year. I check in and say hi. I usually run a 10-meter net just before this net, and have checked in with Tom and Lee earlier this evening. So they recommended that I say hi and exercise my Bozo number, and so I'm going to do that this evening. I'm kind of in the Happy Valley area of Santa Cruz, which is kind of by the mystery spot. Hence the reason sometimes my signal is a little mysterious. But definitely good to hear you, and always fun to check in. I'm kind of looking for, I don't know if this is the right place to ask for it, but I have a really nice new rebuilt rotator from M Squared, but I'm looking for a control box for it, the DC model. And if anybody happens to, on the Bozo Net, happens to know of where I might find one of those, that would be really happy to get that rotator spinning nicely. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, very good. Well, I'll tell you what, it's an outside possibility, and I'm not trying to push you that direction, but sometimes we get one of those in, and it gets exchanged or something, and then it becomes a factory second. A lot of people have been buying the Green Heron controller, and that leaves quite a few of our controllers to be not used. So I would think if you got on QTH.com and other places like that and advertised your need, you might find somebody will be willing to part with one. They're pretty dear. Unfortunately, everything electronic these days is really brutally costly. But you might find if you called the plant, you might talk to Robert at the plant, 559-432-8873. and see if Robert has a factory second or something, or knows of somebody that has just bought a Green Heron and wants to unload their controller. I've got 9 of them here, and I have a spare, but I don't want to give away my spare. Over.
Fully understand that. I've actually got a spare rotator as well. I love it. It's operating really well, turning a U.S. Towers 850. So it's got a bit of a heavy load to do, but it rotates it very well, and really appreciate the time talking about it. I know you got to get back to running the net, but always good to check in and say hi. And for that, I'll just say I hope you had a great Labor Day, and everybody out there as well. This is K6GHA Bozo 983. There we go. Saying 7-3 for now.
Okay, Don, very good. Thank you. And good luck with the rotator controller. And again, I would definitely give a call over to Robert at the plant and see if he can offer any suggestions there. And you shouldn't have too much trouble finding them because the people do buy the green herons. I don't like the green heron myself. I actually like my controller better. I had a green heron in here for a while. I gave it away or sold it to somebody because it was harder for me to use. I'm used to mine, of course, but and I'm happy that you're pleased with the rotator. I'm using one of them here. The OR 2800 is turning a 50-foot boom dual bender, 5 elements on 20 full size and 3 elements on 40 on the same boom. It's at 90 feet on a U.S. Towers 589, and above that is the 50-foot 6M9 KHW here on 6 meters that I'm talking to you. So it's been doing that now for 5 or 6 years, but I don't think I've changed that rotor in the last 10 or 15 years. It's been up there. I've changed the power cord. One time we had a lightning hit and it blew the power cord up, but I haven't changed the rotator. It's just been flawless. So I can't complain. I've had others that have had little issues, but that one with a big load on it on top of the hill with the wind and everything is just holding up very well, knock on wood. See you later, Don. Thanks very much for calling in, and I understand why you're going to be intermittent because you got the other net that you're always tied up with. Thanks again, my friend, and I'm glad you had a good holiday weekend there. K6GHA for your final K6MYC.
K6MYC, thank you so much for letting me jump in today and also running the net. I appreciate that, seeing how I do one as well. So all the best to you and yours. Definitely I'll give Robert a ring. But yeah, like you said, they're a little bit scarce. I've been scouring the QRZ page and the QTH stuff, the classified ads, and have yet to find one. So I think maybe your idea of posting a need out there might loosen up a few, maybe. But I too appreciate it for the programming that's in it. So I look forward to rounding out the stable here, so to speak. Thanks, Mike. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of the net and a good evening. And stay cool for the rest of the week. K6GHA, Bozo 983. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Don. Thank you, and we'll try to stay cool, even though it's going to be warm intermittently here, I think, for another week or so yet. Take care. Anybody else for the Bozo Net here? We're just about done, except to try one more time for KV6RQU. Rob, if you're down that way, over.
I'll go down there, over.
Okay, I can spin down that way too, but I haven't heard him. He hasn't checked in for about 2 weeks now, so he's been busy. Anybody else while we're waiting to finish up the net here? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Delta Mike 07, in Central California, running the 6-meter Bozo Net here currently, and just about to pull the cord on the net. We are live streaming this net. Every one of our Bozo Nets is live streamed. You guys can find it by going to bozonets.com and clicking on the YouTube indicator down the ways on the page, and you can hear your own signals, or wherever I hear here, you'll hear. And so you can get a chance to listen to your own signals and all the other stations that you may not be able to hear that are coming in here. A lot of people watch it just to check in. There's usually more check-ins on the net that are just on the live stream than that actually check in. So we have more listeners, which is good, I guess. And I'm happy to have that capability. Courtesy of K6USY. Aaron, are you here?
Yes, sir. Yeah, let me turn my other speaker down. There we go. K6USY 1079 and K6ZKA Bozo 1100.
Well, thank you. You've been very quiet. I didn't forget about you, but I forgot about you.
Well, I'll see what happens when I leave town for a week.
Yeah, that's for sure. We don't even know your middle name, do we?
Oh, no, it's all good. But, yeah, no, I was actually over at my in-laws' house when you started the 220 net, but got that all fired up and then got home just in time to switch you over to 6 meters, and I've been sitting here working on some paperwork for work so I can get paid back for all those meals that I had last week. And then, so, yeah, I've been busy sitting here listening.
Okay. We wouldn't want you to be sitting there on your thumbs doing nothing, for heaven's sake. We've got to have you multitasking. All right, Rob, one last shot. Give it a whirl. KM6 Sugar Radio, K6 USY listening, and many others perhaps. K6 NYC Bozo Net.
Okay, thanks, Mike. KB6RQU, Rick, you on tonight for the 6-meter Bozo Net? KB6RQU, this is KM6SRR with K6MYC, standing by. Rick, KB6RQU.
Here's somebody else. Who was the other station that just popped in that you got covered up by Rob? Who was that? Oh, good evening, Scott. Sorry, we sort of forgot you because I thought you weren't going to be there. But let me get the antenna a little bit more in your direction there. WA6LIE 618. Make a transmission. We'll peak on you. K6MYC. Come down your way a little bit more, Scott. I think that was you in there, WA6LIE. Go ahead. I'm sure I heard him. I know I heard him.
I heard him.
Yeah. Judy heard you too, so we don't know what's happened. But anyway, we have you logged in, Scott. We do have you logged in. 73s if you can't get back to us here. WA6LIE. Hope you had a good holiday weekend, the K6MYC. Okay, I don't know where he went. Anyway, sorry about that, Rob. I guess you did not hear Rick, all right?
Yeah, no Rick tonight.
Okay. I guess we're done. Want to make a count, Judy? What do you got there? 21 here, Rob.
Yep, got 21 also. Hey, we're right on the last few nights, over.
Yeah, we're rocking and rolling. Judy's got this thing down pat now. I hear a voice in there. I think that's Scott, but he's very weak. Scott announced to me, Rob, that he is moving very quickly. He's moving out of the state. He's moving to Arizona very quickly, over.
Yeah, I think I heard that the last time we were on there. He's one of the smart ones, over.
Yeah. He's so weak tonight. Obviously, he's not at the home QTH. He has a bodacious signal into me from the home QTH. He's not real strong from the remote base. Can you hear him, Rob?
No, I tried to peek on him. I can't find him.
Make a longer transmission if you can, Scott, and we'll see if we can peek on you. I'm not sure what direction you're coming from tonight, over.
Hey, Mike, I'm here in Bozo 759. Isn't that John up there, KR6MR?
Well, that may be John. Let me go up to John. We may have missed John here somehow. Okay, John, KR6MR. KR6MR, K6MYC. Go ahead, John. KR6MR, KR6MR, K6MYC. Over.
KR6MR, Bozo 759. Bozo 759. Over.
Yeah, we got you fine, John. Good copy here. Are you hearing me okay? Over.
You're pretty weak. I heard you talking in Nevada. You said you're going to Sacramento. Some guys from Oakley called in, and you skipped over, and you never called Sacramento. Over.
Well, there wasn't anybody there. Sorry about that. Let's try again. I may have done that because there's been several times when there wasn't anybody there, and I don't know how that happened. I apologize. Let me see. I got your 759. Let me see if Bill is there. Let me come back a little bit, way back here a little bit more. That should get us right in the middle of Sacramento. Let's see if Bill's there. KO6KD, K6MYC, Bill.
Yeah. Hi, Mike. Excuse me, I'm in the dark. KO6KD776. And I'm wondering, how are you copying me tonight? Over.
Yeah, well, you're Q5, but right on the edge. 5 and 1, 5 and 1. Over.
Well, okay, because when I had the Yaesu, the FT2000, you could not hear me. All the weeks I had the 750, the 7510, 7610, whatever the hell that thing is, you could not hear me. I'm now on the 7700. So anyway, I was just hoping that this you were able to hear me a little better on this one. Over.
You're Q5. I don't think I pointed at you. I don't think that was the reason. That was the reason that I did not hear you on the other one. How easy is it for you to go back to the 7610, and I'll stand by right here and look for you. Over.
Did you want me to switch back to the 7610?
Yes, go back and try the 7610 now. Over.
I'm still connecting things up. I cannot. It is not set for 6 meters right now. I will have to wait and try it next week. If things prevail, we'll try it next week. Over.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go back to the Yaesu then? Do you want to try the Yaesu on the one I could not hear you on? Try that one. Over.
That one's off the shelf and it's sitting on the floor. It's not even on the bench. Just don't have room for all these radios. So I've got the 7700 I'm on now. The 7610 will get hooked up to 6 meters. It's just that it's not connected to it right now. That's another thing that I have to do. I still have a couple of things to do. I'm quite surprised how much of an effort this has been trying to get the station reconfigured. It's been a big mess for me, but I think I'm basically done now. Over.
Yeah, good. Well, you're coming way up. I think the band is up and down for us. It may be a antenna height issue, but you came way up, but I didn't miss anything. You were Q5 the whole time, but weak at the beginning and then quite strong at the end. So it's just band conditions mostly, Bill, but I'm sure that the 7700 has always been your favorite, and I think it does the best for your voice. Over.
Well, I hope so. I hope that it's going to be all right, and I hope that it's going to work well and no longer have any more problems. Because you're right, I do very much love it. Earlier this evening, I worked the St. Paul Island guys on 20CW. So I was able to get kind of back into the saddle working CW on this radio. The 7610 is a superior radio for CW. It really is a terrific CW radio. But this was nice. I was able to make contact with them. Just exciter power, no amp, and I felt really good about getting back into the operation of CW on this radio. So hopefully it will continue to last for the foreseeable future. Over.
Yeah, Just a quick dissertation, one sentence. What did they find? Did they tell you what they replaced in the final? Probably the final transistors or something?
2 final transistors and 1 pre-driver.
I wonder why all that failed.
I don't know. I have no idea, and there is no other discussion of any other items being replaced. Those are the only parts. And I called to see if they had done any of the service bulletins or service updates, and I was not able to get through to the technician, and nobody seemed to have any idea what I was talking about.
Welcome to the real world of DEI. Okay, listen, let me let you go. Judy and I are both tired here. We had a long net, and I'm sorry, so sorry I missed you coming by the first time. I'm sorry, John, that I missed you. I guess I don't know where my head was. I went right from, I thought I stopped in, Sacramento, but sometimes I get 222 and 6 meters mixed up. I'm sorry. 7-3, we'll see you tomorrow morning on 40 perhaps. I don't know whether Bob's going to be there. You're right. Maybe he has a patient, but he canceled his patients last week, and because of this weekend, he might have canceled them again. Anyway, I'll try to be there at 8 o'clock, plus or minus a little bit, and we'll see what happens. If I miss it, it's not going to be the end of the world either way. KO6KD 73, good evening, K6MYC.
Yeah, I'll stick around for about a half an hour, and if I don't hear anything, I'll just switch it off and crawl back into bed, because I usually don't sleep much at night. All right, 7-3, Mike, 7-3 to you and Judy, and the rest of the net. 7-3 to you, John. Thanks for sticking around here with me, and very good evening to one and all. KO6KD clear.
Okay, 7-3, Bill, over to you for a final, Rob.
WA6HNA.
Oh, there he is. Hi, Greg. WA6HNA. You might also spew that 4-digit number of yours.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off catching up with Rob there. But anyway, just wanted to jump in while you're doing the Sacramento, guys. Let's see. Yeah, 1013 for Judy. And I've got a quick message for Judy tonight, too. Over.
Go ahead.
Hey, so it's been 6 days since I had my cataract surgery, and the eye that they Judy now has much better distance vision than my good eye that they didn't fix. I thought the good eye was pretty good, but boy, what they're able to do now with these multifocal lens implants is absolutely amazing. So I was out up in the mountains today, and I just loving looking out there at the trees and stuff. Everything was so crisp. So I'm hoping you're having the same result. Over.
Absolutely. It's so good to hear that you're enjoying it too. And I enjoyed the particular clarity of the leaves on the trees and the colors of things. It's remarkable. I had no idea I was so bad. Over. I'm glad you had a really good time. Over.
All right, thanks, Judy. Yeah, my doctor, I guess he's pretty proud of his work. He says, as soon as I fix your right eye, you're going to beg me to fix your left eye. You know what? I think he might be right. I didn't realize the left eye had any problems at all until my right eye was fixed. And now I'm going, hey, wait a minute. I got to do the other side, too. Anyway, thank you and Mike for doing the net tonight, and I'll let you guys get out of the shop there and back in the house. K6MYC and the clan there, WA6HNA 1013.
73 see you. Have a good one.
Good night, Greg. Good night to have you check in. Say hi to. I didn't hear Phil tonight.
Yeah, I didn't hear him on, we've also got a 2-meter net up here, and he wasn't on there either. So I actually got a 2-meter, a 10-meter, and your net. So we were all over the place, and he wasn't on any of them, so I probably should give him a phone call.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. He probably had some kind of, it's a weird weekend with Monday being a day off. Not that he's too aware of that, but it affects other people that he may have interfaced with there. So I'm sure he's fine. But thanks for checking in. And better late than never. Is there anybody else before we shoot it over to Rob for the final? K6MYC Bozo Net, 6 meters.
K6MTS Mobile.
K6 Mike Tango Sugar. You know what we need? What we need, Mark, is, I think it's Mark, we need you to spew out your Bozo number with your call sign, because I've got a helper now, Judy, in the shack, and she's not as familiar with your numbers as I am. But I can't remember your number either, you turkey, over.
Gobble, gobble. Yeah, I can't remember either, Mike. Hello, Judy. I think it's 680, though. Actually, I checked before the net, but, well, about 10 minutes ago. But thanks for being there, yeah. Better late than never, as you said, and good to hear you guys. And one day I'm actually going to set up an antenna again out here, but right now we're sitting in the truck out here in the driveway. How you doing, Mike?
Well, I'm doing good. It's great to hear you. You've moved, have you?
Yeah, we moved a couple years ago. We're just starting our third year here. I moved from Delta, Mike. What's your grid square? It's 7 or 6?
I'm in 7. You probably moved from 6 to 7, though, didn't you?
I think it went the other way around. I was in Prather. We moved about a mile, but we really barely moved anything. But the zip code now, it comes out as Clovis, so there you go.
Oh, okay. Well, then you did move south. I think originally you had talked about moving north, and that's kind of why I put you further north. No worries. Great to hear you. And thanks so much for calling in, and hopefully we'll hear you more often now that you're starting to get settled in after 2 years of settling. Time flies when you have fun. I thought it was only 3 or 4 months. Over.
No, it's been a while. I checked in a couple times, but the last time I spoke with you, we're still contemplating whether this is going to be the forever place or not. We started talking about homeowners insurance and how crazy that got, and you told me about yours. So now we're wondering, yeah, maybe California's not it. It's getting crazy out here, but for the next year or two, anyway, we'll be out here.
Okay. Yeah, Judy says getting crazy everywhere, but there are some states. You don't want to go to Denver or Colorado or Aurora. They're having a little trouble with the Venezuelan gangs taking over the apartment houses there. You probably know about all this. Anyway, great to hear you, and hopefully we'll hear you soon again. And it'll take me a while, but I'll start to remember the Bozo number. I think you said 980. Was it 980? 680. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Take care, my friend. Over to you, Rob, and you probably remember our KM6SRR, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I can't remember where he moved to. I was trying to peek on him, but I couldn't find him there. I was hearing him pointed up north, so probably off the back of my antenna. Anyway, if you hear me, Mark, good to hear you on there again there. K6MTS, KM6SRR. And our new number, Mike, I think is 25. Over.
Somehow we ended up with 26. Let's see.
I hear you, Rob. Just aim to Prather and you got me.
Yeah, I heard you. Okay, good to hear you, Mark.
Due east, or just a hair south of east for you, Rob, over.
Yep, roger, roger.
Hey, Mark, you got a better QTH. You don't have that hill in front of you there, do you, that you had at the old place?
No, we don't have that hill, but I've got where I'm at right now at the kind of out in the main, I don't know, I guess the driveway, whatever. There's another hill to the north, but that's actually part of our property. So if I can get an antenna on the knoll that's on the northwesternmost portion of this parcel, it's about 38 acres. If I get an antenna up there, it's in fact, I think I checked in once or twice in the mobile up there, and it works quite well. It's better in most respects than the previous location, but in your particular direction, it's still not so hot from where I'm at right now. Over.
Yeah, well, it's plenty strong. I'm pointed toward the Bay Area, so you're off the backside and still booming. So no worries, no matter where you are up there, I'll hear you. But fine on the 38 acres, man, that's wonderful. And you got some terrain advantage, perhaps. Means kind of a long feed line, but maybe you're sort of located in the middle of that. Anyway, thanks for the update, and welcome back, so to speak. Back to you, Rob. You got him peaked now up there south of Prather.
Yep, Roger, I do. Coming in nice and loud there. Anyway, let's see. You say you got 26, Mike. I got 25. Where'd we go off?
25.
Okay, that's what I got too.
Yeah, okay, we recounted. We're good. Good evening to all. Judy and I are going to go have a snacky poo, maybe a Haagen-Dazs ice cream bar or something. Might be in order for tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow for 1296 for those of you who have it. Good night, all. Good night, Rob. Good night, Aaron. Good night, Mark. K6MYC.
Good night, Mike. K6USY, Delta Mike is 06.
73, Aaron.
And good night, all. KM6SR, going that way.
See you guys. K6MTS, Prather.
73, Mark.
7-3, Mike.
7-3, Mark.
You too, Rob.